Hi guys, Dr. Drwendydearborne here with another episode of Food Beyond Its Nutrition. Well guys, today I have for you quinoa salad, a vegetable quinoa salad that is packed with flavor, packed with goodness, and really, really easy to make. The dressing.
Okay guys, this is my basic salad dressing. Okay, prerequisite: garlic, oil. I used white wine vinegar, salt, pepper. And to this, I'm actually going to add my secret ingredient, which is masala wine. And I'm only going to add a dash because you don't want it to overwhelm. Okay, maybe that was maybe about 1/8 of a teaspoon. And that is my secret ingredient. One of the things when I make this salad, for me, one of the most important things when I make this salad is that when the quinoa is cooked, everything is ready to go in the bowl, so the quinoa goes in hot. For me, that just does something to it. Now, here's lime. I'm adding some lime zest. I had that on the microplane. And yeah, ooh, that smells really good. Okay, so my dressing is ready. And to that, as you've seen on the cutting board, to that, I'm going to add maybe about 1/4 cup of dried cranberries. Okay guys, actually that needs to be a little more. There you go. It's about 1/4 cup of dried cranberries. And that will stay there. That will allow them to plump up while everything is getting ready, while the quinoa is cooking and while I prep the rest of the vegetables. To make the quinoa salad, I've made my dressing. That's my dressing. I added a few more cranberries because I love them. And on the cutting board, I have red capsicums. I have tomatoes. These are those cherry. They're really tiny, those cherry or grape tomatoes. I have fresh corn on the cob that I've cut. I've got carrots. I've got an abundance of carrots on the table, on the board actually. I have carrots. In here, I have mint, cilantro, and spring onions that I've diced up. I have half of a shallot that's diced up. Here I have some cucumber. You can hear I'm pan-searing tofu in the background. I have 1 jalapeno that I have rough chopped. And again, I have some carrots, some peas, some green beans, and some more corn. What happened was I just actually wanted the green beans, but I didn't have any that was fresh, and that's what I had frozen. And of course, I've got some sliced cabbage. On the corner here, I have some cranberries. So that's what's actually going to go into the salad. The actual process of doing the quinoa, you need to wash it really well until it runs clear. I'm going to use my favorite Better Than bouillon. I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon, but I'll show you that when we start working on it. The quinoa is washed, and I have a cup of quinoa. It's washed, and I've washed it till the water really has run clear. And to it, I added a 1/4 teaspoon of my favorite Better Than no chicken base. And that's to give it a little flavor. Quinoa can be really bland, and also because I'm not using any salt. I'm going to bring this to a boil. Just like I cook rice, I'm going to bring it to a boil, put the lid on, turn it down, and allow it to simmer for 30 minutes. Once it's done, I'll let it stand for 5, fluff it up, and put it into the bowl with all the prepared vegetables for the quinoa salad. So I'll be back when this is done. I'm going to start putting the vegetables into the dressing, and that way it infuses the dressing and everything comes together really well. Actually, ooh, some of those weren't cut. Some of those weren't cut as small as I'd wanted them. But yeah, so I'm going to start putting these vegetables in. And what it does is it starts to soften them. It starts to infuse the actual dressing with other flavors. So I'm just going to go ahead on and start putting this all in. Looks really pretty. It's nice and green. It's very, very pretty. I love pretty looking food. The last thing to go in after the quinoa will be the tomatoes. And like I said, the quinoa goes in hot because it actually helps, for me, the infusion process. If I didn't mention it, I have celery here as well. So guys, yep, I'm going to continue on with that, get it all mixed up and ready for the quinoa. Okay guys, the quinoa's done. See, it's all nice and steamy. I'm going to take a fork and fluff it up just a little bit. It's been sitting for about 5 minutes. See guys? And I cook mine until my water's gone. Some people cook it and they allow it to drain, and whatever excess water, they drain it off. I don't cook mine like that. So, quinoa's done. One of the things that I wanted to say to you was, I've mixed my salad up, and yeah guys, I'm going to try and fit it all in this bowl. We're going to watch the magic happen. When you've put all your salad ingredients, you still need to have salad dressing at the bottom, because this will also infuse the quinoa. The quinoa will soak it up. So guys, I'm going to put some quinoa in. And like I said, see guys, it's steaming. I like mine that way. It just does something, it just, I don't know, it works better. I've done it from cold and I prefer it this way. It's more flavorful to me. And I'm just going to give it a good mix. And then I'm going to cover it and I'm just going to let it sit while I finish doing everything else that I need to do in the kitchen, which is my tofu. Look at that, guys. Told you I could do it in this bowl. See, it's coming together real nicely. The dressing was heavy on the black pepper and heavy on the salt. And because as I said to you, I do not salt the quinoa when I cook it, although the quarter teaspoon of Better Than, that is a bouillon, it's a stock, so it does have salt in it. But yeah, this is it. And right before I get ready to serve, I will put the tomatoes on top. But yeah, that's it guys. See, and all the dressing has been soaked up. And that's what you're looking for. So I'm going to cover this with a plate and allow it to sit and do its thing while I finish in the kitchen. Okay guys, the salad has been sitting for about 5 minutes, actually a little longer than that. I'm going to give it another mix. Nice mix, and it actually tastes good because I did actually taste it. I love the little hit or hints of mint that are in this. I'm going to put the tomatoes in. And that's it, because I didn't want the tomatoes, because the actual quinoa was hot, I didn't want the tomatoes to get all wilted down. You can put fruit in this. I've done this with avocado, with mango, with apple, pineapple, pears. You can definitely do that. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Quinoa salad. Absolutely delicious. And I'm serving that with some pan-fried or pan-seared tofu with some oyster sauce glaze, and I've got some avocado. So this is how I like to eat and serve quinoa.